wanted to get serious, and we want the men in here. How many men do we have in here today?
Stand up, man. Stand up.
Do like the dogs, like stand up.
It's incredible seeing so many of you guys here. When I think my first It Works event, it was about this many people, and I was one of like 3. And not that it's a bad thing being one of 3 guys in a room of beautiful women, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you need guy time.
It's true, right? That's true.
True. Yes, but now we can get into it since we wasted 4 minutes to cover people's time.
It's all good. The time is
That's
running
okay.
fast.
So what we want to do is we want to talk about as far as your spouses or significant others or whatever being supportive in this business, and also the single man like myself and Chase in this business that aren't afraid to do the things that all you women are doing, if not better. So, I wanted to start with Josh. Also give it up to Josh for all the tech stuff, and also. But yeah, Josh. At first, tell us your story, Josh. You were like as Sarah had shared, you were the doubter at first.
Yeah, you guys have heard Sarah's version of the story many times. That is accurate. When I first heard of this, she brought the wrap home and basically asked me permission. What I didn't know is she had already ordered the kit. And you guys know Sarah. You can't really say no after she's made her mind up, and she did. And the kit came once I realized that she had fully committed to this. I'm going to back it up a little bit. We didn't really have a whole lot going on professionally as far as making money. I was in school for finance, and I was part-time out at the guard base. I was a bomb technician out there, part-time bank teller, so you get paid not a whole lot of money for a whole lot of responsibility out there. And we were just getting by. We had a lot of fun. We loved each other big time, but there was never any money left at the end of the month. And once she committed herself to this, I figured, what the heck, might as well give it a shot. I wasn't fully on board. I was just the guy. I was behind her. I wasn't next to her. I was behind her. So, just trying to encourage her in any way that I could. So first year, what were some of the big milestones that
well, we broke $100,000 a year in 8 months of the business. That was huge.
That was a big eye opener. But I still, I just didn't see how I fit into it. My big aha moment came. I'm sorry, I'm taking up so much time, guys. My big aha moment came when I came to my first event like this. It was actually a corporate event, and I got to meet Mark Pentecost and some of the other corporate staff. And it's true that you can learn a lot about a company when you meet the people who are at the helm. And if any of you guys have met Mark, Pam, Cindy, all of them, they have this amazing vision for this company, and you get it once you meet them. I didn't get it until I met them, then I got it. And I wasn't behind her any longer, I was right next to her. So we were working it as a team, and for a little bit, I tried to kind of do exactly what she was doing, realized that maybe my skill set lied over here. So I found ways that kind of made more sense to me to help out. So now I do a lot of the online stuff. I just kind of get in where I fit in now. But really, the first step, you guys, is supporting your woman. That is the absolute first step. That's the very least you can do, is just, have her back. And we're gonna run over, guys. It's okay. I'm the guy with the timer, so
I know you're trying to make
ignore that thing right there.
Yes, it's only 2:12. This panel goes till 2:30. This panel deserves to be heard.
Excellent.
What do you guys think? Yeah. Go ahead and take away from the other panels to hear what you guys have to say. This is important.
It's like I was saying. At the very least, have her back, but get uncomfortable a little bit and step up next to her. You don't have to try and be her and do exactly what she's doing. Just when you hear blitzing, don't think of it as a scary thing. Just keep your ears open anytime you're going out. Listen, if somebody complains about not having enough time, money, or they're bitching about their health, we have the answer for all 3, and you hear it all the time, but it's totally true. I was rapping guys out of the guard base because one of the big things, I don't know if you guys know, but military PT scores are largely based on waist measurements. So holy crap, guys. Really? Waist measurements? I mean, oh my gosh. So that was amazing right there. And it was interesting. The military guys would come over and none of them wanted to admit that they were rapping. It's kind of like a taboo thing, like, you know, like I really want to try this, but don't tell anybody else. They didn't know that they all were telling me the same thing. So, okay, I won't tell anybody, guys. But that's, you know, I'm gonna give these guys some time. That's my story. Yeah. Well,
Can I just say one of my favorite moments of you rapping? We lived in the place that we call the dungeon because it literally had one
Oh my
little
gosh.
tiny window. I walk in and all I hear is, "This is the only time I'm gonna be on my knees in front of you." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." And I like fling the door open, and there he was rapping Terry Tuna. That's what we call him.
That's where she got the line, guys. You hear her use the line on stage. I'm the one that, yeah.
You know, I didn't know what I was walking into. This was the first time I ever caught him rapping. Like, you know? I wasn't sure. I thought our relationship was taking a whole new dynamic.
Thanks, Josh. Awesome. Sorry, Alec. You're gonna go? No, not yet. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you want to fly, let it go.
Let it go. Priority's going.
I wanted to go to James Wen next. I wanted to share a small story to take a second.
You guys need a mic? That's all right.
Chase Hawk. I've shared, like I said last night and a little bit of today, about when I had got saved in 2004, 11 years ago. When I got saved, I started going to a place called the Church on Strayer, and they had this thing called Epic. And I went there for months on months end, and it ended. And James Wen was in that band. And since that ended, I have not seen James since. And then at Green Carpet, he goes, "Oh my God, is that Palmer?" And then now for him to have him up here, like literally, like that praise and worship like service that those guys put together, like literally, I'm not kidding, changed my life. So if you don't know that, so when thank you, brother, thank you. But James, talking to him from Green Carpet, him and his wife, Lindsay, I'm not really sure when she joined, but James joined 10 days ago.
10 days ago, yes.
So,
I'm a newbie.
so go from there. Tell us your story.
My story is somewhat similar to Josh's, where I'm the only one who's, had the job in the family in a while, and, she was looking to do something on the side, and I was like, well, hey, my friend Sarah does this sort of thing. And she goes, oh, I know who Sarah is. So I don't know if she's going to tell the story later, so I'm not going to tell it right now. But just basically, I supported her from the get-go. And it's one of those things where, if there are any new men in here, support your wife. It's going to be great, I promise. You get the benefits of making the money and doing all this other stuff, and there are fringe benefits that go along with this as well. Gentlemen. So, but seriously, I mean, I've just been, behind her, like Josh was saying, for the last 4 or 5 months, I think it was. And, she's just been doing really good. I've been wrapped a few times. I'm taking my greens every day. I'm now doing this whole triple threat thing, I believe it is. Fat Fighters, the,
ThermoFed.
yeah, thank you,
Green.
ThermoFed.
There you go.
And I'm also doing the vitamins as well. So it's just been really, really cool. And then, she finally got me into it 10 days ago. So I'm going to be next to her. We're going to be flying along, doing some good stuff. And I was just glad to run into Palmer, down at Green Carpet. It was good stuff. All glory to God for everything that's happened with you, for sure.
Praise the Lord.
And, we had fun doing...
Can I ask you something, James? So first of all, do you go by James? Or
I
is
go
Jim?
by Jim, that's fine. He's probably
Because I call
been
you
James
Jim,
for a
call
long
you
time.
James, and then I know we got little Jimmy, so it's,
Yeah.
Jimmy, I know
Just
it's
take
Jimmy.
your pick.
Right.
I answer to all of them.
Well, I wanted to know because you came to Green Carpet, and that was like your first exposure to all of this craziness. So
Right.
what changed for you? I mean, you were supportive before Green Carpet. Lindsay's always told me how you've had her back 100%. But when you came home from Green Carpet, you guys looked at each other and you said, Freedom in Ohio. Like, we have to go.
Right.
And you made a huge sacrifice to come out here. You're taking time off work. You know, it takes a lot to get here. So what switched for you at Green Carpet from wanting to just be the support to wanting to be involved and run your own business?
There's a couple things that have changed. I think one of the biggest one is I'm an airline consultant right now. My current contract will be ending by the end of the year. And it's one of those things where, okay, I can see where she's going with this and the money that she's going to make and the friendships that she's making and the changes that she's making in people's lives. And when I saw those three things, that's something that I've always wanted to do. But unfortunately, nothing against airline people in here, but at least in the side that I'm in, you don't really get to do that. You talk to the same 10 people every day, and that's it. So in dealing with, you know, the contract ending, my job ending, and with her getting ready to take off, I really know she's going to. You know, I just wanted to be really involved with that and be next to her and push, you know. I've been pushing her, now I want to be, hey, let's grab hands and just go, you know, run through the tulips.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Also, Eric Davenport. This is my third man panel as far as being up here in general. And the very first one I was on was with Eric, and him and his wife got a drawing, and I got my first book from you guys, so thank you.
Aww.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started and where you're at now.
Well, I guess, you know, for the married guys up here, I'm probably not going to start out a whole lot different than the others. You know, my wife started the business. She'd always done some sort of home-based business and other jobs too, you know, and so this was kind of one that kind of came along, and I wasn't so sure, you know. I mean, it did sound silly, really. I mean, like Sarah said, a sticker that you can put on and, you know, whatever, you know. I was as supportive as I could be, but I was also unemployed at the time. After working in the auto industry for my entire life, 2009 happened in Michigan and Ohio here too. Everybody around the country felt it, but we really felt it pretty bad. So, you know, I supported what I could as far as I could. I never got the chance to really be involved with any of the other businesses that she had done. So I said, okay, you know, you go ahead and go ahead. You know, and I'm just going to keep looking for work and keep going to school. And you know, she started as time went on. She started getting a little bit of success in the business, and then we went to conference, and that was something that kind of really started changing for me personally right away. It was conference. You know, the first conference we went to, and it was amazing. If you guys haven't gone to conference, definitely get to these corporate events. This event this weekend is exceptional. It is as good, as far as I'm concerned, as the Green Carpet that we just got done doing last month. Thank you, Josh and Sarah, big time for putting this on for everybody here. It really is wonderful. So, you know, it's been now, kind of fast forward, it's been, you know, 5 years that we've been in the business. I started helping more, similar to like what Josh had said. I started just kind of doing whatever she asks me to do, you know. I don't have to be her, you know. Any of the guys that are out there, you know, tonight, you don't have to be your wife. You can be the thing that she lacks, and you know, she's going to be the things that you lack. We had a training once where somebody said, and forgive me if that person's in the room and I don't remember who it was that said it, but we were talking about trying to, you know, focus on your weakness. You know, this is a point in your skill set that you're weak at. Let's try and get better at it. And this person said, no, that's not the way you should approach it. Why would you do that when you know you're good at this thing right here? Why would you focus on the thing that you're not so good at? You know, if you could, rather than just bring this up a little bit so that you can be mediocre, why not take this thing that you're amazing at and really blow the roof off of it? You know, and that struck a chord with me, and that was something that really, you know, that really spoke to me. And you know, I'm not blue. I really am not. You know, Amy has Amy has enough blue, you know, for the both of us. I really am as green as I can be. And you know, something that happened to me, just two short, quick little stories. Something that really started making me take it seriously for myself was at this past conference. We were down in Florida, and my upline Jason was taking me around, and we were meeting some of the guys at the bar. And he said, "Hey, you know, I want you to meet some people here." And he took me over to meet somebody, and this guy turned around and he said, "Oh, I know who you are." And he says, "You're Mr. Amy Davenport." You know, and that really struck a chord. You know, it's kind of funny now, but when it happened there in the moment, I kind of, you know, it kind of almost pushed me back a little bit. He certainly meant no harm by it or anything like that, you know. But you know, I'm so much more than Mr. Amy Davenport. I really am. You know? Not that there is anything wrong with being Mr. Amy Davenport. But you know, for guys, you know, like I said, just do what you can with this business, whatever you can. If you want to do a party, do a party. I must have gone to hundreds of parties with Amy, with the two of us, just by ourselves. I wrapped, you know, a lot of arms, a lot of tummies. My first party that I ever did by myself, Amy looked at her phone and said, "Oops, I double booked parties tonight." And so she said, "Guess what? You're going down to Detroit and doing a party down there, while I'm going to do a party up north." And I said, "Okay." So I called the lady on the phone. You know, she was not sure now there was a guy coming to do her party. She had no idea that was going to happen, and Amy wasn't sure how she was going to take it either. But I called this lady. She gave me the number. I called her and I said, "Hey, everything's going to be all right. If you want, I can wrap you. Right when I get there, I'll get there a little bit early. I'll wrap you, show you how it's done, and then you can, you know, wrap the rest of your guests if you like. If you think somebody might be uncomfortable with me wrapping, you know, there's nothing wrong with a guy wrapping a girl. Everybody, I'm just telling you, own it. You can do it. But some people might not like it. So I put that out there for them and said, I'll wrap you first, and then you can wrap the rest of them if you like." And she said, "That's probably a good idea." Well, I got there and I wrapped her, and as I was wrapping her, people were walking in the house. They absolutely had to do it in the middle of the living room. They were not going into the bathroom with me to do it. So everybody saw me wrapping everybody as they came into the house that day. And none of them had any objections. I wrapped all 8, there was 8 women there. I wrapped all 8 of them. I think I booked 2 parties and signed 4 loyals that day. It was fun. It was great. You know, and I didn't miss a beat. It was wonderful. And any guy in this room can do this, whether you're green or blue or yellow or red or a whole rainbow full of anything. You can all do it for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. Now, I met this guy this morning, and Sarah started a group chat probably about 2 or 3 days ago in the all-man panel. This guy, he's all in. Chase, I mean, no pun, he's balls to the wall. I found out this morning.
His last name's Balzer.
He's no joke. I can tell he's over there, he's itching. He's ready to bring it. So I'm telling you guys right now, the guy's on Instagram, he's a machine. So I'm telling you right now, get your phones out. Because this guy right now, he's gonna bring it. So Chase, let it happen, brother.
Thank you. Well, first on social media, I'll be up here in a little bit talking about social media, so you don't have to worry about that. But I started in this business 3 years ago. I joined my mom's Ruby team. What's up, guys? As a loyal customer first, and then I decided to join as a distributor because I found myself talking about the product so much, and my friends wanted it from my mom. And to give you a little background about my family, when I joined as a distributor 3 years ago, this wasn't something that I thought of as big money. I was a trust fund baby. We had 4 houses, private plane, the works. My dad owned a golf course. We were living high. It was an amazing life. And then 8 months in, my dad lost his job. We filed bankruptcy. And me and my mom went into total savior mode, okay? It's quite a wake-up call to go from flying around on a G4 to not being able to put food on your table. So when you have to go sell wraps to feed your sister and your brother, You don't have to be a woman to do this. You have to be a human, okay? So, like I said, I was a full-time student when I started this. I graduated from Virginia Tech in December with a bachelor's in business management and entrepreneurship. And while my friends were partying, I was partying in the sorority houses. I went in there to make money, to send money home, to pay my sister's tuition, to pay my rent, to make sure life stayed afloat. We lost houses, we lost cars. I know y'all say boo-hoo, this poor rich kid, but it really is a wake-up call when you go through such a transition like that, and it's so humbling. So you don't have to be a woman to do this. You have to have a why to do this. Nothing's gonna keep you from doing it if it's strong enough. So to the guys out there, grow some balls, dude. Seriously, this is like a money-making machine. It's not easy in the beginning. There was struggle. At first it was about $25 in dinner that night. But then I remember the first time that my mom and I, she's a triple diamond in Virginia, we brought in a combined $16,000, and it was like life hadn't changed. No more hurt, no more crying in the house, no more screaming, no more is the family gonna break up because of bankruptcy. It causes a lot. You don't know what's going on behind doors. It might look all pretty on stage, but at home it can be really, really ugly. So if you have a reason you have to do this, it's just period. You just man up and do it. This is money. Like, I love it that guys are sitting here, just support your wife, do the dishes, clean. No, do that, and then go have your own rap parties, and then work your wife's social media, and then go bless some more people, and then go do that, because you're wasting time. I'm single. When all these guys talk about, yeah, my wife's doing this, and she wants me to do more of that, I'm just like, dude, I wish I had a wife to run my business. I'm running 100% by myself.
He did say he was single, just saying.
That was another reason I joined. It was a great way to meet me. But you need to jump in. You know this Ambassador 2.0 leg? It already exists when you are married. There's two people that could run this thing like a business and work it hard. And you know, that's what me and my mom did. It was two separate legs, but it was up to us. My dad he found great comfort in the bottom of a vodka bottle. When we filed bankruptcy, he was not in the picture. He was just, I didn't even know that man. He's 18 months sober now. He's doing amazing. And you got to push through. You can't, you're gonna have those moments where you're just crying and are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? But that's when you look to God and you pray, you look to your family, and the people in this room are your family. And you got to keep working hard, and you just use your why, because that's the biggest thing. That's all. That's all I give you. It doesn't matter. I have skin just like all these ladies. I have hair. I have a body. I love these products, and I have tons of guys that love these products. So you have to be human and be a money maker.
I want to touch on two things with you, Chase. And Josh and I met Laura, I think probably my first event in the business. Fell in love with her, personal trainer to personal trainer. Then we got the chance to meet Chase and Tommy, and we've just found another family in them. And a few months ago, you and I met up at an Odom. We got to spend some time together, and you were in a tough spot. You were in a dark place with your business. It wasn't doing what you wanted to do. You were kind of throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum, and
I was like a 6-year-old.
We had some words.
Yeah.
We had some words.
But that's why I'm here, because y'all's ambassador leader is the one that kicked my ass and put me back into gear.
What I wanted to ask you is, so when you get into that place personally, what was it for you that woke you up? Because I didn't know if you were going to come out. I was standing there with the light at the end of the tunnel, but
Well, it was definitely a combination of two things, because at that Odom, it was you and it was Pam Souter. And really, like I said, it was about have your moment, be in that time, whatever you need. You are human, but you have to realize that you got to snap back and keep going. And it was just like a few things that were said. Pam Souter looked at me dead in the eye and she said, "Let me tell you something, young man. You have a shitty attitude." The young man part was worse than the shitty attitude because it sounded like she was my mom. But it was honestly, it was the real talk, which I love that this team does. That's why I'm here. Those are like, I've been back on my computer just like, and the real talk was big, but then also just the love. The love is in this business is what keeps you coming back for more and not want to give up, because when we went through bankruptcy, it's an awful thing, but when you are in that part of the world, the upper echelon, it's bullshit. When you drop out, everybody just drops out with you. They don't want to talk to you anymore. We lost about 99% of our friends. My family, not my immediate family, but my extended family does not talk to us anymore. And It Works is our family now. And it was the love and the support that really kicked us in gear. And when you were talking to me, it meant so much to her that I didn't give up. And I'm not even on y'all's team. Okay, I'm in Kay Souter's downline. I'm from Virginia. I drove 9.5 hours to be here, and I'm so happy I did. But I don't do anything that benefits Sarah, and I could tell that it was breaking her heart, some of the stuff that I was saying, and she didn't want me to give up. And it's really just the love and the commitment to each other and lifting each other up that definitely keeps you going. So.
Well, we love you, Chase, and we're so thankful that you're here.
I love you too.
Last but not least, he's ready to hold on. Let me get the recliner,
I'm gonna
player.
stand
Let me
up.
get the recliner. He wants, no introduction. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, player.
Well, my name is Alec Theta. If you guys haven't known me, I am Katie Harold's boyfriend.
Hey. It's a man panel. Katie Harold is your
I'm
girlfriend.
just saying how God is.
Katie Harold is your girlfriend.
All the men in here, you should be proud of yourselves. Okay, you show your support, but there's no reason why you can't go out there and make this your own. You know, and that's what, when I went to Green Carpet just in July, I was sitting back and I was, kind of following Katie a little bit here, kind of getting the ins and outs a little bit. I was a product tester since January. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had no idea. But I also told her I never work with her, ever. So she asked me a few times. And in May, she goes, "Hey, you know what? If I can help you make some extra cash," and who needs extra cash, right? Everybody needs extra cash. And in return, it could help her. And I've been a support to her the entire time. I haven't doubted this, It Works at all, this company. I've been her rock. I've been somebody who stood by her ever since she's mentioned it, ever since I've known her. So, when she asked me to sign up, about the 4th time, I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's take a chance. And when John Eric, I went and saw him, loved him. Who loves John Eric? When I went to Green Carpet and I saw John Eric and he gave a story about adventure, I said, you know what? That's exactly why I joined this company. Because I said yes to an adventure, and that's what he was all about. And that is something that everybody in this room has done. Very proud of you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. So when I joined, like I said, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Knew a little bit about distribution, a little bit about charting. Katie's a mastermind of charting. So I had a good, good mentor and a good tutor, but I learned. And I was able to join the Rat Pack. And I was able to learn from the team members. And all the help that you guys have given me to become a Ruby now. 3 months in the business, I'm now a Ruby.
Got your bonus.
Got my $1,000 bonus, so that is fantastic. That'll help pay for my beautiful girlfriend to come down to Vermont when I head down on Monday, so that is fantastic. I just wanted an opportunity to make a little extra cash. And this company has given it to me. But for all the males out there, there's a lot of women that's been up here, but these are the guys, you know, that have done something with their lives and chosen to make this something, you know. So all the guys out there, I say support your girlfriends, support your wives, but you know what, go out there and do something for yourself. Because that's what's most important. You know, you gotta have your manhood. It's very important. Seriously, I'm being dead serious. A lot of guys, you know, I'm up here being, you know, support and everything, which is awesome, unbelievable. But you know what? We're men, right? We're men. So it's very important that we stick to our manhood. But I just want to say thank you to Josh and Sarah for having me up here. Like I said, 3 months into this company, and I've learned so much. I've met so many wonderful people. All the men up here, I didn't know any of these guys about 4 months ago, so now it's just been a whole new experience for me. Friendships, fun, freedom, live by those 3 mottos. It's been an amazing experience. So now I'm just going to keep on going, and Diamond, here I come, baby. Here we go!
You didn't tell him to say that either. He went all on his own, I promise. You know, when I found out that Alec was dating Katie, not the other way around, I was super excited because he's a hockey coach. He's the captain of his team, and I used to have to fill in a lot of holes when Katie would call. She was previously in a terrible relationship, and it was hard, right? She'd call me up and I'd have to go back and fill in the holes that the last guy dug. And with Alex, she calls me and she's on top of the moon, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, he's a coach. I got to hear him speak for the first time, and I felt like I was in the locker room with him. Like, we need our pads on. We need to be jumping up and down and do a team huddle around this guy. How about that? What do you guys think?
That's why I was up there walking around. I was trying to practice a little bit. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
So I want to bounce back to Jason Palmer really quick. JP, you've come a long way. You found me on Instagram through a little Instagram post, and you've been with this team now for a little while, and you've been to every event with us. We've made you a little bit more emotional than you used to be. Softened your heart a little bit. But JP, tell us, what do you want to say to the guys in the room?
What do I want to say to the guys in the room? What I want to say is, it doesn't matter if you're single or if you're married. I mean, as a single male in this business, I don't do anything different than what the females are doing in this business. They set up the steps to success for a reason, for us to succeed. I follow those steps to success. And I strive on those every single day. If you follow those steps to success, and you push and push and push, you will be successful. And to the men that are married in this business, if you are in here and you are not supporting your wife in any way, shape, or form, or you are on the fence, you are out of your mind. Because when you guys stood together at the altar, you guys made a commitment to support your wife no matter what. She believes in this business. Whether if it's her dream and it's not your dream, you support her dream, no matter what it is, no matter what. If it's doing the dishes for 15, 20 minutes a night and it gives her that 20 minutes to do a team call or anything like that, you do that.
Or you can do the team call with her.
Or you can do the team call with her. Like, I won't bring up names, but there's a wonderful woman in this business that I love dearly, and her husband has not always been on board. Her husband has not been supportive. And I'm gonna look straight because I don't want to make eye contact with her, because I will be first out. But her husband has not always been on board. And as of late, you know, we were down in Florida, and we were standing on the beach, and all of a sudden, you know, we couldn't see where someone was. And a picture was taken, and he was basically doing a team call. He was, you know, he's coming more on board. He's never, you could tell the time and that she was in this business, for her husband not to be on board, she was devastated. She would cry, her feelings were hurt. She's like, I just want my husband to support what I do. And then now more and more, as time goes along, he's plugging in, and everything is amazing because he's given her more and more time to do this business. Gen Z, I love you.
Hey, and I just want to add to that real quick. Let me co-sign that real quick. Man, if you don't like changing diapers, change the diapers. Seriously, because my wife, she changes diapers all day. I come home, she goes, okay, this is going to be set up. I change the diapers all day, you change them at night and on the weekend. And sometimes I give her crap for it. I don't like doing that. But there have been times where she's been on calls though. She's been on calls, she's been doing her thing, and I'm changing the diapers, and I'm having fun with my kid. And that's another thing that drives too. You give all this time to watch your newborns grow up.
Yes.
So